Welcome back. This is the third part of our story, Daft, Jack and the Beanstalk. And it is going to be a funny ending, I can just tell. So he had just got up to the top of the clouds and he'd climbed all of those beans, hadn't he? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think he's going to find? Jack looked around. To his amazement, he saw an enormous castle with its great door wide open. He tiptoed inside. It was the most incredible place he had ever seen. Jack wandered from room to room. He found massive bedrooms with carpets as thick as snowdrifts, a solar-heated jacuzzi, a living room with great armchairs and a TV screen the size of a cinema. At last, Jack wandered into a wonderful kitchen fitted with every kind of kitchen gadget. Jack was interested in cooking and he climbed up to look at the giant-sized microwave. Suddenly, the whole castle began to shake and a voice roared. Fee, fi, fo, fum! I've got a giant pain in my tum! Who could it be? Jack looked around in alarm, saw an enormous giant sitting at a table, rubbing his stomach and looking very miserable. It's not fair, complained the giant. All I ever get to eat is children. And now I've got a bellyache. There's the giant. Oh no. Hot kids, cold kids, warm kids, kids on toast, kids pudding. And on Sundays, for a special treat, I have kids surprise. But that's just kids with kids on top. I'd give anything for a change. I'm sick and tired of kids. If I never ate another kid as long as I live, it would be too soon. He looked down at Jack. Oh, and now I've got to eat you too. It's not fair. How do you think Jack's feeling? How do you think the giant's feeling? The giant reached out a huge, hairy hand and grabbed Jack around the waist. He lifted Jack, kicking and struggling into the air, and opened his vast, black, cave-like mouth with a tongue like a huge purple carpet. Well, thought Jack, this is the end of Daft Jack, no mistake. He was just about to be crunched into a million tiny daft pieces when suddenly he had an idea. What do you think his idea is? Excuse me, Mr. Giant, he whispered nervously. If you eat me, it will only make your tummy ache worse. I can think of something much nicer. I don't suppose you like beans, do you? Beans? Roared the giant. Do I like beans? I yummy, yummy love 'em. What is Jack going to do? So Jack took the giant by the hand and led him down the beanstalk. And on the way, the giant told Jack how lonely he was, all by himself in a great big castle in the clouds with nothing to eat but people. Jack began to feel very sorry for the poor giant and took him home to meet his mum. Oh, Jack, she cried, wherever have you been? Jack's mum was very pleased to see Jack in one piece, but when she saw the giant, and when the giant saw Jack's mum, what do you think is going to happen? It was love at first sight. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm going to marry Daft Jack's mum. Of course you are, dear, said Jack's mum, but first you must be hungry after your long journey. The giant looked at the beanstalk, gleaming in the evening light as he licked his giant lips. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Fum, fo, fee, fi. I want a giant-sized baked bean pie. He began munching the beans, not one tin, not two tins, but the whole stack of beans, and he didn't even stop to open the tins. He was crunching the metal. So Daft Jack's mum married the giant, and they were very happy. They all went to live in the giant's wonderful castle in the sky. Daft Jack opened a cafe in the giant's kitchen, and he called it Daft Jack's Sky Snacks. And people came from afar and wide, and Jack grew rich and happy. He served everything you can think of except milk and beans. There's a sign there saying, sorry, we are unable to serve beans or milk. And that's the end of Daft Jack and the Beanstalk. I hope you enjoyed it. Right, it is the weekend. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe, stay home, except for going out for a walk, and be happy.